Good morning. This is P.KAVITHA, Assistant Professor of English, Bharathiyar Arts and Science College for Women, DEVIYAKURICHI. Mahesh Dattani is born on 7 August 1958. He is a living author and his age is 63. He had his schooling in Baldwin School and he had his graduation in St. Joseph Arts and Science College, Bangalore. And he was one of the most important Indian English writer in English. Mahesh Dattani has written many plays. Where There Is a Will, written in 1988, Dance Like a Man, published in 1989, Bravely Fought the Queen, published in 1991, Final Solutions, 1993, and it received Sahitya Academy Award for Mahesh Dattani. Next work, On a Muggy Night in Mumbai, published in 1998, Seven Circles Round the Fire, it is a radio play for BBC, and Seven Steps Around the Fire, published in 1998. 30 Days in September 2001, The Girl Who Touched the Stars, published in 2007, Brief Candle 2019, The Big Fat City 2012. Now we are going to see the characters in Where There Is a Will. Hasmukh Mehta, he is the businessman and he established Mehta group of companies and he is one of the richest persons in Mumbai. Sonal, she is the wife of Hasmukh Mehta, and Ajit is the son of Hasmukh Mehta and Sonal. Preeti is a daughter-in-law of Hasmukh Mehta and Sonal and she is wife of Ajit. Kiran Chavari, she is a marketing executive and she is working in Mehta Group of Company and she is mistress to Hasmukh Mehta. Where There Is a Will. Here, will refers to a legal document and the play opens. Ajit is talking to his friend about his frustration that his father doesn't give him 5 lakhs to modernize the factory. Because Hasmukh Mehta, he doesn't believe Ajit and Ajit also he wants to modernize the factory. So Hasmukh Mehta doesn't allow Ajit to modernize the factory and there is always quarrel between Hasmukh and Ajit, and also Hasmukh quarrel with his wife also. He is very stubborn and he is very self-centered man. He expects all the members of his family to obey him blindly and he suffers from hypertension, hyper blood pressure, high cholesterol at the age of 45. He smokes a lot and he wanted all the family members of his company to follow him. He keeps Kiran Chavari as his mistress. It is the first part, and second part it tells about Hasmukh Mehta's cardiac arrest and also he presents in the form of spirit. As a ghost, he wanted to know what are the things happening in Hasmukh's family. So he made a special will for his family members. All the family members of Hasmukh Mehta, they are very shocked to hear about the will. Hasmukh Mehta Charitable Trust is handed over by Kiran Chavari. She was a nominated trustee of the company. Now all the property, finance and shares belong to the trust will be dissolved when Ajit turns to be 45 because Hasmukh Mehta, he decided that at the age of 45 only Ajit will get maturity. Sonal, he depends on her servant too much. She always calls Maharaja the cook for help. She cannot handle the kitchen on her own. Hasmukh Mehta turned to Kiran to satisfy his sexual urge. Kiran was not only beautiful but also intelligent. She gave what Hasmukh needed and Kiran got economic security and steady relationship with Hasmukh Mehta. She was a marketing executive. She was married but her husband was a drunkard who drowned himself in a bottle of whiskey. She manages household and makes a strong bond with Hasmukh's family members. She finds the truth that Preeti has changed Hasmukh's medicine with her vitamin tablets which caused his death. Preeti requests her not to disclose the truth and Kiran agrees to do so. Hasmukh, he was hangs in the tamarind tree and now all the family members, they decided to cut their tree. Now we will see what are the themes in Where There Is a Will. Marriage. Here the marriage relationship between Sonal and Hasmukh Mehta is not good. The same way the relationship between Ajit and Sonal also not good. Next, the marital and extramarital affair. And Hasmukh Mehta, he had marital affair between Sonal and also extramarital affair with Kiran Chavari. Here, Kiran Jawari, she has equal rights as man because she is a person to take care of the trust members. And moralization here refers to Hasmukh Mehta. He doesn't allow all the members to do his order, and the same way he is an egoistic person and he asked all the members to obey his rules and regulations. Now we will see the character Ajit. Ajit recaps the will. It dissolved when he is 45 years old, the year when his father feels him to have attained complete maturity. After that, he can do what he wants with that money. He says that his father has formed a charitable trust. He has donated all his property, finance and shares to the trust, including the house they live in. They would all get an allowance from the trust monthly. Sonal reminds the family members that Ajit has to attend office every day at 9 a.m. and he can only leave at 6 p.m. He even has to have his lunch in office. The will also stated that no new business project would be sanctioned for Ajit, and Sonal continues to say that if they do not abide by the will, the trust will donate its fund to various charities approved and mentioned by him. Now we will see the character Kiran Jawari. After the appearance of Kiran, they have a big doubt if she was unmarried, but she said she was married to John Walker and he was always full with his whiskey. He was a government officer and an excise inspector to be more precise. He was caught for selling empty liquor bottles with foreign labels. The truth about her marriage is that it was arranged by Hasmukh for safety purposes. Kiran tries to make them understand that she had no hands in this issue. Sonal becomes weary and Preeti stresses the point of suppression of the whole family. The whole family stood subordinated to the lady Kiran as per the will, and it was publicly noted by everyone. Kiran makes it very clear that she is the only trustee and not the owner. It is her job and she gets a salary for it. Kiran says that everything rightfully belongs to three of them provided they follow office as usual. Mrs. Mecca shall get a regular allowance to run the house and little more for her personal expenses. Preeti, she will get allowance when she becomes a mother. When her child is 21, the trustee automatically dissolves. Its holding will be transferred to Ajit and his heirs. She also tells them that her main duty is to run the Mecca group of industries on behalf of Ajit Mecca, and she has the authority to make all the major decisions in the interest of companies. Her duty also extends to train Ajit Mecca and delegate responsibilities to him in phases. Most importantly of all instructions, she must leave her husband and stay here as part of Mecca company. Sonal feels terribly irritated. She feels that Hasmukh has planned the presence of Kiran just to remind her of her inadequacy. She feels that it was his master plan. At last, they have no choice but to allow her to stay back at home. They decide to make her stay outside the house, but Sonal decides to make her stay in her own room. She says, "She can share my room. Mrs. Jawari and I have a lot to discuss." In her start stay, Kiran finds out the crime committed by Preeti. She had interchanged the tablets for BP and vitamin which Hasmukh used for his health. Everything went on well. The family has changed according to the will of Hasmukh after his death. Mahesh Dattani has portrayed Hasmukh's family in this play, and this play is very important and it thinks about the patriarchal society, and Mahesh Dattani has portrayed how the family of Indian has played the role in each and every family. Thank you.